Hello, and welcome to Story Time with I Have Issues. Today I'm going to read the last story at this point in my book, I Have Issues, A Tale of Woe and Triumph and Other Stories. And it's on Amazon. And so this story is the name of the book, I Have Issues, A Tale of Triumph, of Woe and Triumph. So here's a picture. This is I Have Issues. So if you ever see that logo, that's who it is, and that's me. Hi, my name is Lottie, and I really like shredded cheese. I didn't know that about myself until a lady came to the rescue place and took me home to live with her. She's always dropping cheese when making pizzas, so I walk into the kitchen and eat up the scraps. I also like telling stories, and I have a story to tell you. I don't come up to just anyone and say that. You must be special. So here it is, my story in a nutshell. Are you ready? I have issues. Yes, you heard me right. However, I'm not really the one with the troubles. That reverent title goes to my owner. I call her Mom. She has a lot of hair, more than me for sure. She's not skinny, kind of tall, I guess, and has all her teeth. I drew a picture of her once. I think it's pretty good. That artwork is by Kelly Hockett. I love her a lot, but it is a fact that she has problems. Excuse me. I just kind of sit back and watch it all unfold in front of me, helpless to make it any better. Like lights, for instance. It is Christmas time. I love the snow. Mom likes to bake in the winter, so the house always smells yummy. But she has no idea how to put up Christmas lights. Not on the tree, not on the windows, not on the house. All those footprints are his mom walking all over the place trying to put up lights. That's their house. She's not much better at decorating inside either. In her own way, though, Mom fills our house with many colored lights, and it is pretty, and I love her for it. You can find a lot of these images on at my Etsy shop. I Have Issues, and usually on coffee mugs, I believe. We have a lake by our house. It's called Crazy Stupid Lake. She and I go there for some ice skating. Well, I sit on the side and watch her skate, although I would not really use the term skate to describe what she does. It is more like falling. So we go to Crazy Stupid Lake for some falling. So that's her trying to skate all over the place, and that's her bum as she falls. And taking a walk is like chaos amplified. I don't know if you know what those words mean, but I do, and I like to use them sometimes when I describe Mom. This one day, Mom said she wanted to go for a walk, and I rolled my eyes. I thought, not again. We already went walking today, and we know how that went. But she told me it was not just any walk. She wanted to walk somewhere far away. The moon. I didn't sleep well that night. In her first expedition, and I use the term lightly, she was only successful in getting soot all over my beautiful coat from the rather large fire that came shooting out of her man-made rocket. Her rocket did not go very far or very high that day. It also went towards the sun, not the moon. Anyway, the rocket came crashing down just as I was going inside for some water. Unfortunately, Mom did not let her idea die with her mangled rocket. She simply built another one. The launch was clean this time. My fur kept a nice fluffy white. I stared up into the sky as long as I could, watching Mom get smaller and smaller as she flew farther and farther away. At one point, she began flying in a bunch of circles. I don't know why. Then she did some fast stops and starts. My little vacation with the house all to myself was cut short with a loud bang. Re-entry apparently did not go as planned. Neither did Mom meeting the real-life Martian. She wanted some solitude just like I did. Neither one of us got any. A few weeks later, she sat me down by the fire, where it was all toasty and warm, and said she was in love with some guy named George who lived down the street. I asked which house George lived in, but instead of answering, she stood at the window doing all this quick, fast pointing. I had no idea where she was pointing or at whom. I was afraid to ask if it was Crazy Man whom she loves. That is my name for him. He walks in front of our house sometimes, presumably letting his dog get exercise, but the dog is a stuffed toy, on a rope, in a sweater. I hope Mom is not in love with Crazy Man. I hope he is not George, because I'd like to call him something else. As it gets closer to Christmas, Mom loves to be strange and get all dressed up and have her picture taken at the department store. Sometimes she wears a knit hat with her other name embroidered across the front. Look at that outfit. That is just superb. Other times she wears a bright red crown like she is a queen or something, but it makes her happy, so I never say anything demeaning toward her. After hearing about George, I decided to make a new potion. I sometimes dabble in alchemy. So I first made George this potion so that he would see just how strange Mom is. Perfect Vision Potion. 2 drops in each ear for 14 days. That way he wouldn't love her and move in. But then I thought, why don't I make a potion that will make Mom beautiful? Then everyone will love her, and I'll have more of a choice as to who moves in. Make me beautiful potion, 1 drop in each ear 30 times a day for 14 days. In the end, I gave neither to either. Not in George's warm milk or Mom's evening peppermint tea. I realized I was being selfish. Mom needs to love George, which I guess means George needs to love Mom. So from now on, I will accept him into my house no matter how many times I feel sick to my stomach. Most days now, all 3 of us go for a walk. I used to think 2 of us was a nightmare. 3 of us is outright terrifying. I just try hard not to get stepped on. Oh my goodness. Look at all that walking. My big Christmas present from Mom was a boat ride to Disneyland. I was confused because I think Disneyland is near where we live and a boat is not necessary at all, but Mom insisted it would be fun, ignoring my complaints. Naturally, we got lost, got pretty close to our destination, then nope, went the opposite direction, missed a torpedo but by about an inch, and ended up in Atlantis, I think. There's Atlantis. And this is their route that they took. Little dotted lines. Once we got home after not going to Disneyland, Mom wanted to make it up to me and George by taking us to a Seahawks game. Go Hawks! The 49ers were the opposition team. Go Niners! It was an exciting game until Mom didn't like a ref's call and ran down onto the field after first running all over the stands. It was alarming and embarrassing. I still don't know why she did it. There are her footprints, running all over the stands in the football field. One linebacker finally caught up with her, took the football back, and the authorities let her go with a warning. I came home with a headache. A few days later, Mom sat me and George down on our blue-striped couch. Yep, I knew it. She was going to make it up to us again. She called the football disaster all that silliness. She announced with her hands on her hips, I am taking us to India. Wow, I thought to myself. This was either going to be really neat or really bad. It was the latter. We landed in Japan 100 days after we left. Mom's 30-foot speedboat got us as far as the pirates, who then traded us, her boat, for their tugboat. Tugboats are really slow. So there you see the red dotted line. That's the route we took. And let's see. Anyway, yes, that's the route we took. On the flight back home, after the tugboat made landfall, I hoped Mom would never try to make anything up to me and George again. I was so happy when we got back home. Oddly enough, it made me happy to be home with the two of them. I looked at their smiling faces and saw how happy they were, even though they were and are really weird. Mom does seem to have a lot of issues and things she does not make, oh my God, sorry. Mom does seem to have a lot of issues and things she just does not make much sense, but she loves life, and oddly enough, she and George have the exact same smile. Who do you think George is? This is where I tell you what I have learned from this story. I have learned that Mom is strange, that George is just like her, and they love each other and me. I have also learned that walking and ice skating and boating can be very fun or very disastrous, depending on who you go with. I have also learned that no matter what, I will always have a very interesting story to tell you. Until next time, the end. Thanks for watching.